What's up, YouTube? Tintin here with the Death Battle Reaction Crew. Say hello, guys.
Greetings.
Hello.
And today we are going to be ranking the first half of Death Battle Season 9.
And Raiden versus Excalibur.
You really felt the need to specify that, despite the fact that the moment they saw the 9th placement, they would have assumed that?
Listen, I want to feel included too.
Anyway, this list is purely our opinion and absolutely should not be taken as fact.
Well, unless you disagree, then this should be taken as a threat against your well-being.
Ignore her.
Sad that you have to specify that.
We all know that people are kind of fucking stupid, and I already know some of the placements here are going to spark some discussion / hate comments.
Well, better to get out of the way immediately. Regardless, this list was built off each of us doing our own ranking and combining the results.
A lot. There are times where Medusa and Mario were just wrong.
Rude.
Screw you!
Feel free to leave your opinions in the comments and to like and subscribe.
Listen, I hate hearing it too, but studies show it works, and I spent 10 hours on this video. So if you guys want to support my work, and by extension these 5, click the buttons.
With that being said, let's begin.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco?
We really are out here this early with the hot takes, aren't we?
Are you seriously telling me that people actually rated this episode highly?
Merry Christmas.
I am still so happy that Death Battle made me eat my words with Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Omni-Man vs. Homelander is such a good episode, and I say that in spite of its problem.
Fuck.
Hey now, opinions are our own. Just because a channel with 12 times our viewership says something doesn't mean...
I just thought this fight was lacking and the outcome was obvious.
They had the exact level of violence I find enjoyable, but yeah, besides that, it is kind of boring.
The episode certainly has its merits. The setup for the fight was one of the best the show's ever done.
The fight included a bunch of cool references to both shows, and the music track is a total banger.
The characterization was on point. Heck, if I didn't know about Death Battle and saw this fight out of context, I could see myself believing that it was an actual crossover between the series.
And considering how much the animation must have cost because it was very high quality, the length of it is excusable. Plus the fight portrays it as a stomp, which is a rarity in the show, making the episode stand out.
Wait, if we're saying all this good stuff about it, then why do we rank it last?
To be blunt, the whole season's good. Even the worst episode is still a 6 out of 10.
Quality increase made it difficult to pick an obvious worst choice. Heck, Medusa rated this one 6.
Why did you do that?
I'm a sucker for hand-drawn animation. And the banter at the beginning was great, the kill was great, everything else in between is total garbage. Or subpar at best.
And it's fine to enjoy the episode, we just don't to the same extent, except for Medusa.
It really comes down to us just valuing different aspects of the versus experience. Most of us have no connection to either character, prefer longer fights, and like matches where the outcome is debatable.
We have little to say of this fight, which explains why Tintin wrote most of this entry explaining why we didn't rate it well rather than discussing the episode.
In closing, Omni-Man vs. Homelander is good, but in this season being good just doesn't stack up.
Fools.
Fuck this episode. It's wrong.
No, it's not, but it is sourly lacking in certain areas.
To start off positive, the characters used a large section of their weapons.
The fight is filled with cool shots like Boba countering Predator's invisibility, him getting his arm cut off, kneecap rockets, and Fett cauterizing his room is metal as all get out.
The effects on Pred's vision and the whole fire scene was cool too.
Also had the Predator act like a complete dumbass, catching missiles, stabbing a tree for no reason, and losing track of the guy who he just knocked down. Let's not forget the fact that the lightsaber should be harder than the fire, and thus we would have seen him. Let's also not forget how the animation directly shows scenes that contradict the research. It's the worst episode of the season. You guys can be wrong. I stand by this fact.
Response to your slander, Coco.
Well, she's got you there.
Makes sense to me.
For those of you who don't speak Asolonian, she's saying the fight might be flawed, but the fight still entertaining, has some great moments, and brought us the John Yelcha meme.
They also argue Boba's victory well and do their best to give both characters some spotlight in the fight. Unlike Omni-Man versus Homelander, it's a full fight where both characters feel like they could win at any given point.
Plus, Boba getting a win after all these years is nice to see.
Overall, Predafet is a fun addition to the season, and if Raven complains about it being wrong again, I'll give Aislinn a chainsaw for the next entry.
Bonk.
Fine, we'll agree to disagree.
Perhaps I was being generous.
Yo, let's go. The Return of the Epic Plumber Man got 7th, 3rd worst Pop of King.
We're rating it poorly. Why are you happy?
Should have been lower.
Tenen, come on. Just remember all the good memories we had. What other episode had you become an anime girl?
Oh, yeah, that episode, where the part where you broke into my house and forced me to debate a stupid Marvel versus DC fight in which I was wrong. That episode, Mr. Funny Plumber Man?
Yeah, pretty much.
I dislike you with every fiber of my being and God-given soul.
While Tenten might not find this episode enjoyable because it's an uninterest in Marvel vs. DC vibe, some of us did actually enjoy it.
You mean you and Mario liked it a lot?
And the rest of us ranked it around here.
Go tell that to your hand.
To the episode's credit, the fight does have a lot of good visuals. The voice acting is great, and the inclusion of other characters from both series added to the fight, even if they didn't do much.
Plus, they make funny Megamind reference. Come on, Tenten, you gotta like that.
Okay, fine. The reference was nice. And Zatanna as a whole was a treat.
Team clearly cared. They even had her talking backwards and everything.
The fight features characters we know, and it was the first time that we had been wrong as a collective. It also helped kickstart our reactions and predictions.
The kill was creative and was a clever reference to Wanda's history. This episode might be average, but it's still got a lot going for it.
Yeah, despite my distaste for it, you guys make a lot of good points, and the episode did start a lot of firsts for the channel, and I did get to be Ileana in it, so I guess it does deserve the placement.
Yeah, Ileana was great. And so was me as Himeko. My comedy was on point. Who else can say, my magic?
Ha! Why not?
Mario!
Hey, you get to be Ileana again. Funny magic though, right, buddy?
Yeah, and I'm going to use my magic to murder you! Get back here, you house-invading lolly!
In other news, number 6, am I right?
You poor wretch, shackled by the chains of this harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you!
I'm gonna rip that hat off your head and strangle you with it!
I'm sorry, it was a reflex.
Meanwhile...
So I guess we're gonna be doing this one without them?
Screw 'em. If I not to be a waifu, they don't get to be in the 6th century.
Okay, this episode is carried by its ending, and the rest is just a generic anime fight. Moving on.
I agree.
Murder! My magic-related murder!
Yeah, the ending does really help the fight stand out. Mercy kills are a rarity.
We had another mercy kill 2 episodes later, and it was done better.
Okay, but the episode also has some great hand-drawn shots and a solid fast-paced sword fight.
Plus, Breathless Blades is a killer backing track and only helps add on to the emotional beats of the fight.
Are we just gonna ignore this non-moving hand-drawn water and these not great-looking zoom-ins on Tanjiro's sprite?
Dude, you have to admit, Jonathan using Zoom Punch was cool. Not to mention, his strategy for avoiding getting his lung stabbed was to just let another part of his body get impaled.
Okay, yeah, that's the most JoJo thing in the fight.
Okay, I would have agreed with you there. I thought that was a little stupid.
It's not stupid if it works.
And it did.
Okay, I guess I can see where you guys are coming from, and I gotta admit, the background looks great, and yeah, the ending with Tanjiro's sister alone saves the episode from being last, even if I personally think it's saved by that.
Hooray for mutual understanding!
I got you! Well, now that my much-needed stress has been released, let's get back on track. Uno reverse!
Hey, you could do that the whole time.
Yep.
And you only waited so you could beat up Mario?
Yep.
I'm so proud.
I'm just gonna fast forward us to the next entry now. Stupid magic, I like Green Kakayama.
Tenno, an enemy is ahead, and that foundry is crafting a warframe.
Robots. The best kind of robots. Who's ready for carnage? Who's ready for bloodshed?
Not sure if robots can bleed, but who's ready for some complicated lore that makes absolutely no damn sense?
So is that way the penguins eat the pillows?
Tenton, I think you might have broken him.
Deserved.
You broke my joy.
What was that, Simon?
I mean, you helped us break the tie between Excalibur Raiden and Jonathan Tanjiro.
Oh yeah, originally these two were tied, but after a group vote, we decided to move this episode up.
This episode, being an extra episode, stands out from the other 8 in the season.
I kind of love the lore. The whole episode was done on a whim after Wiz and Boomstick started arguing.
It's always a treat to see Wiz and Boomstick banter with each other, so this episode is certainly appreciated in that regard.
The fight itself has many standout moments, from the infinite ammo joke, the use of the cardboard box, and Wiz and Boomstick interrupting him.
Ironically, despite the pig's best effort, the fight excluding these few moments was kind of generic.
Yeah, if this was a standard episode, it might not have done all that well, but it isn't, and Boomstick referencing General Armstrong will never not be funny.
Despite it being the best episode yet, this is the shortest entry.
Simplicity just wins out, and considering 3 of us voted it 5th, I'd say it's fine as it were.
And I would have brutally killed all of you if it was any lower.
Purple bug lady scares me.
For once, we agree on something.
Impudent child! The hell are you calling child? I make the rules around here.
Alright, Medusa, what the fuck, man?
What?
Like, do you just hate fun? Do you hate puppies as well?
I mean, I think Sonya Nevermind is a subpar character at best.
Shut the fuck up!
Ladies, please. You're both ugly. Come on now, let's be civil.
Fine.
Alright.
So anyway, Marvel Heralds, am I right?
Yeah, predictable fight is predictable, but man, it was still a treat to watch.
Meh.
Alright. We got to see 2 psychics going at it. Buildings were thrown, limbs were lost, a small Japanese child transformed into the living embodiment of a DeviantArt fanfic, only to be brutally murdered by an old man with serious mental issues concerning how he approaches human relations. What's not to love?
The fight falls into a similar trap that Tanjiro versus Jonathan did, where the ending kinda carries the fight. Nowhere near as bad though, but still.
Magneto vomiting blood only to use it later to create metal blades was really hype though.
The characterization for Magneto and Captain Forehead was on point, and the fight did a great job showing Magneto's experience and power advantages. I also must give credit to the track. Ego Death is just a bop through and through.
Personally, the episode just didn't live up what the rest of the season had to offer. Like, who enjoys a mercy kill? I'm subscribed to see people get blown up, not watch your grandpa put down his long-lost grandson.
I'm going to choose to ignore that. Regardless of any flaws the episode has, the episode treats Tetsuo and Magneto very well. Both characters who have a mountain of history, with Tetsuo's movie helping anime come over to the West, and Magneto being a great use of political commentary on race relations.
TLDR, this episode gives these 2 great characters a lot of love, delivers a kick-ass fight with a great track, and has an ending that hits just as hard even after many rewatches.
Fair enough.
Hey Medusa, how does it feel to be correct for once?
Yeah, let's just wait until the next entry. You know where my favorite episode rated higher than this one. Also, Amelia's the best unit in Sacred Stone. Screw you, you elitist prick.
Damn, you got roasted there.
Just start the next entry.
Oh, I just love exploding stuff. Ha! I like exploding stuff too. Why don't I start with your head?
And here we have it, people, the Best of Death Battle Season 9.
That's why we rated it 3rd.
Hey, you had your wrong opinion for like half the list. It's my turn now.
Jinx vs. Harley is many things, and for a season opener, it was bloody fantastic.
As the local funny man, I can confirm this episode did partake in the ha-has and big laughs.
That laugh riot just fits the fight perfectly. It's starting with carnival music, the lines referring to their madness, and Harley being a doctor. Lots of DB tracks make great background music, but this song goes the extra mile to make the fight feel off when this song isn't backing it.
The song also makes a reference to DC never losing to anyone but Marvel through this line, only for this episode to finally break that 8-season-long trend.
It itself starts perfectly. As a crazy motor girl myself, I can confirm blowing up people is a acquired lifestyle.
Harley and Jinx banter is on point, showing off both of their different types of insanity. The gags with Jinx's gun, the whole roller coaster bit was great. The creative use of the teleporter was also nice to see, and the final section in the haunted house was just a feast for the eyes.
The use of the Joker Venom only for it to do nothing to Jinx, then the mirror showing dozens of Harleys, only for Jinx to find the real one and then start blasting with her minigun. Then we ended up with a reference to Joker vs. Sweet Tooth, which I loved.
Even though I gotta admit that Harley, in the moment of desperation, falling back on the Joker's teaching is a great character moment.
Only for Jinx to blatantly ignore her and nuke her into oblivion.
It's a great way to show that Jinx might be crazy, but she's not dumb.
The fight's got everything. It's got hijinks, it's got great choreography, and a wonderful character-driven conclusion. It's just the best one.
Except for the other two that we put higher.
As you once said, Raven, you guys can be wrong.
You know what? Fair enough. Fuck you too.
And on that happy note, it's time to discuss these two gods and their godly fight.
Spoilers.
Yes, but also no.
But Heracles was not so easily fooled.
Ha! Half of you thought I was referring to Vegeta versus Thor.
Monkey.
Catch humanity. Return to monkey.
Simon, Mario, Aislinn, would you guys mind looking at the rankings we all gave this episode?
Sure, Medusa. Bestest pal.
Hold on, let me see these rankings real quick. Okay, 10, 10, 2. Okay, reasonable. Medusa, great. Okay, reasonable. Mario, cool. Raven, set. What? Wait, Raven, what the fuck, man?
Hey, you're not clever.
You just hate fun.
You hate puppies, too.
Hey, stop using my quotes as ammo against me. This isn't a Danganronpa trial.
Then stop having the wrong opinion!
Okay, guys. So Raven might have done a massive disservice to one of the best, unique, and creative animations Death Battle has ever made, ranking it lower than Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna. Actually, now you're right. Raven, what the frick, man?
Alright, are you guys done bullying me for my choices?
Depends on how well you defend your opinion.
Okay, look. I thought that the fight was just kind of ridiculous. The narration was cool, the animation was alright, but I just did not find the fight enjoyable. It seemed way too one-sided for most of the time.
Cool. Now here are all the reasons why you're wrong and dumb.
For starters, the fight has some of the best effects in hand-drawn art in the show's history.
Mythology.
Aislinn, you good?
My time. It has come.
Oh god, run while you can. The mythology nut is about to pop off. Run!
Okay, garbage. Listen up. Sun Wukong versus Heracles not only represents an important part of both religious and world history, but also perfectly represents the gift that is my boy Sun Wukong's personality. He's having fun dunking on the god of strength, so a great track is backing him up. They use all of his powers in fun ways, from the shape-shifting to multiplying.
The fight taking place in a scroll is a great detail, and her complaint about multiple heads was a nice reference to his fight with Hydra.
It truly was at first of the show, exploring even more of their characters.
The episode also captures the feeling of godly energy that we were expecting. No jokes from me this time. This episode was fantastic, and I loved it.
Alright, fine. If the episode really meant that much to you all, then I'm happy for you. I just didn't like it all that much.
All forgiven, Raven, old pal. Bring it in.
Apology accepted.
Raven, take this as a lesson.
Sure. Tensa, can you get this crazy chick away from me and get on to the next entry?
Sure.
Oh there, mighty warrior. What business havest thou upon earth?
Throw that hammer at me again, and my business will be polishing my gloves upon your face!
Didst that count?
I fight for fury, fight for pride. Honor and vengeance are my...
Oh, thank fuck. I'm back in the land of the correct opinion.
Screw
For once, I kind of have to agree with Raven on this one. Though then again, ever since number 6, whatever episode I put in the slot is where it ended up. So technically I haven't left the right opinion for quite a while.
Wait, we're not doing that argument thing about placement things again, are we?
What? No.
That's like so one entry ago. Get with the times, Mario.
You see, Mario, despite all of our inflated egos and stupid opinions, we can all agree on one thing. This episode was an absolute banger.
Simon speaks facts. Though then again, this was in my top 15 most requested episodes for the show, so I am kind of inclined to like it by default. But man, this episode did not disappoint.
Princess of Pride only added to the fight, not to the same extent as Jinx vs. Harley, but it's a great backing track and a great song by itself. It really captures the feeling of raw power these two represent.
It doesn't go quite to the scale that these characters are known for, but it felt very Dragon Ball in how it kept tame for the most part. Then it had its big planetary moment with the Kai final flash, not to mention Vegeta's use of instant transmission being perfectly set up for his final flash.
The fight used a lot of both arsenals, from Thor's axe to Vegeta's key rings. It also had a great amount of normal fighting, which feels very normal for Dragon Ball.
Lainey did an amazing job at selling Vegeta's confident yet aggressive personality the prince is known for. He really is a perfect fit, and that final flash scream as well was just mwah.
The ending just went so fucking raw as hell. The MCU reference might have been forced, but Thor's broken body after taking the final flash, only to power through the final explosion to deliver a blow to the head of this purple god, just blew us away.
In conclusion to this whole video, Vegeta vs. Thor was everything I ever wanted it to be, and with that, the video is done. Thank you all for watching. This season's been an absolute blast so far, and I look forward to sharing our opinions and reactions of the coming episodes. Well, we'll see you all next time. Peace.